How we doing, everyone? Welcome to Share Your Stories 5th episode. We've got Paul. How you doing, Paul?
All right, man. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Aye.
I'm glad. We're all right there. I'm glad you're on. We did plan for the other day, but obviously
Yeah.
family comes first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're doing it today.
Let's
And
see.
nice to see you.
It's nice to see you.
Oh,
I haven't seen you for ages.
I know, we need
Yeah.
need a good catch-up.
You fucking do.
Need a good catch-up,
Yeah.
mate. So, obviously, for the people who don't know you, who is Paul O'Neill?
And Paul O'Neill's just an ordinary guy. Yeah, I'm a facilitator for Andy's Man Club. I started back at jiu-jitsu, loving that. I'm a dad, I'm a son, nephew, husband. Yeah, that's me. I suffer from depression, anxiety. Got diagnosed with ADHD last year. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. It was halfway through last year, I think. So I started the medication for that, and yeah, I've sort of come on leaps and bounds.
You have, mate.
Yeah,
You have.
Aye.
I've known you for around 2 years now, maybe just over.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably just over. You've come a long way, mate. You've come a long way. You should be proud of yourself.
Aye. Still steps to go, but we're getting there.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, with you being at Andy's Man Club, what is your thoughts on today's suicide statistics in West Cumbria?
Still shocking. There's still sort of that, still that stigma lying about of men don't talk and men can't talk. And for me, it was never drilled into us. It was never sort of, just get on with it. It was never like that. But it's the society that we live in. It's just known as that. We're a small community. We're a small town. We're a small place. And it's just the way that you're brought up, like you just crack on and get on with it. But then it gets to that point where you can't carry on, your mind takes over. And it's just, your mind's the worst thing in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
And I obviously, I want men to open up, but for me, it's not just about men, it's for everyone. Like, everyone just open up.
Men, women,
help,
anyone.
Yeah. Kids, everything. Like, it needs to be talked about. It needs to be addressed. It needs more help.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I fully understand that. When do you think you realised your journey started through mental health?
Mine started probably it was over 16 years ago. My eldest brother took his own life 16 years ago. But it was before that. It was sort of when my grandma died, that impacted me massively. My grandma was like my second mum. I would go there every day. In fact, my wife always said if my grandma was alive today, it's one thing that she wouldn't be able to stop in my life, because I used to go there every day for a fag and a cuppa. So like, yeah, that's one thing Sarah always says, I wouldn't be able to stop that. So that started then. It wasn't bad then, but then when my eldest brother took his life, it was actually just about 2 years after that, when it started impacting us. When I wanted to finish it, I just couldn't take it anymore. My mind started playing games, tricks, telling us to do my selling, and yeah, that was hard. Like, and I take my half to my wife. She supported us back then. She supports us now. She helped us get through that with Sean. I know it was 2 years after Sean died, but I had everything to sort out. I had his funeral to sort out. Then we were getting married, and then
Grief's a funny thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So when that crept in, that's when I started on the happy pills, but it did get better. I'm not saying it gets easier, because it doesn't. So it's weird how people say like time's a healer. No, it's not. Time isn't a healer. It just gives you the tools to cope. Yeah, and I cope through that, and we crack on. And when our Martin died, that was an instant like, oh shit, like You know, we went. I was on. I can remember it like yesterday. We were on. I was on night shift, and I got home and I always take kids to school after, so I stay up. So I stayed up, and then it was 8 o'clock or just after 8, and my dad phoned. So like, the ambulance is at Martin's house. He's had a. They think he's had a heart attack. I said, freaking hell. So I shot through there, picked my dad up, went down to Martin's. The ambulance was there, and got dad out of the car. Said, go right into the sitting room, and he went in, and I parked the car, and then as I was coming to go into the house, they were bringing Martin out on a stretcher. And sort of then started the, oh shit, this isn't good. They took him to hospital. My dad and Martin's fiance, they went with him. And then I got a phone call about an hour later. I was in my mum's house, and my dad was trying to get it out, but he couldn't. He was obviously upset. It was his son. And the nurse took the phone and said, like, he's passed away. He's gone. And I can just remember sort of dropping to the floor and dropping the phone, and that was me. I was just stuck there. And same again. It was my wife, like, come and got us and brought us back a little bit, but it just didn't get any better for me then. I thought I was being a burden on everyone. I thought I was putting pressure on, like, Sarah and the rest of the family, and I wasn't being a good dad. I wasn't being a good son or husband. I couldn't cope, and it just got to the point where, like, I think it was a year after, like, or nearly a year, like, I just went and put my shoes on, went to walk out the door, and I could remember Sarah saying, like, where are you going? And I just said, like, I'm going to make everybody's life better, because I thought I was a burden. I thought I was making things worse and harder for my family. And that's when I took off in the car. Obviously, went to take my own life. I went jumping off Harrington Pier because the conditions were rough. The waves were breaking over the banks. So I wouldn't have come back. But I couldn't take a final step. I couldn't. I was on the edge, but I couldn't take my own life. And then when I got home and crisis team come and, like, Sarah phoned them for me, and the crisis team were there maybe half an hour, and they said, like, do you want? No, they gave us a card for Andy's Bank Club. This is starting on Monday. Attend. So I did, and I didn't speak at first. I'm getting dry mouth. I didn't speak for the first couple of weeks, but it sort of, it's not a miracle cure, Andy's Man Club. It's once you start listening to people and you start feeling comfortable, then you'll open up. And there's always someone there that's maybe been through similar, who can give you advice, who can help. It's not all about the facilitators. We haven't got all the answers. We're Joe Blogs off the street, basically. We've been through it, we've done it, but there's always someone else there that'll help, that'll give a comment, and
absolutely,
you know, yeah, it's still a hard road. Every birthday, every anniversary of the death, it's still numbing. It's still, you can remember it as if it was yesterday, as if it was 5 minutes ago. But I've got the tools to tell those little voices to do one and bog off, and you know what I mean. And before Andy's Man Club, like, if I went to a room full of folk, I wouldn't have spoke. Like, I would have shied away a little bit, which gives the confidence to do that. I'll go out on presentations, or I'll come and do this, and yeah, it's helped us sort of that way as well.
That's awesome. You should be extremely brave. Well, extremely brave and very proud of you sharing your story. But how do you feel after you've shared that? Like, obviously, you're here right now telling that story. How do you feel?
It brings up the memories, and you still feel sad. You still feel a bit down, but same again. I've got them tools in my head to
Come a long way, Matt.
think. Yeah,
You've come a long way. How do you feel, obviously, with you being a facilitator, but obviously you'll use Andy's Man Club for you sometimes as well.
yeah.
What do you feel like the club has given you what you haven't had before?
It gave us confidence. Like I would never go into a room. That first night that Andy's Man Club opened, there was 40 blokes there, and that carried on for quite a while. So by the second week, there was maybe 39 or something like that. But I would never have sat down in a room full of people and opened up.
Yeah.
So it gave us a confidence and, you know, that thing to reach out to someone if I'm struggling, or because sometimes I love my family to bits, but sometimes you can't open up to them. You feel like, not that they wouldn't understand, but you don't want to put that pressure or burden on them. So reaching out to, say, Mike or Steve or Mark, it's not putting the pressure on my family, and we can break it down with someone else.
Absolutely. I think at the same time, you have people in your life for different things. Do you know what I mean? And you can say you say what you want to people for different things. You've got a friend who you might go to for a bit of advice. You've got a friend you go to just to maybe use the word trauma dump, or just say what you want to say. And you're also that person for other people too. Do you know what I mean? I think everyone is there for different things. And at the end of the day, as long as yourself or other people are talking, then that's the biggest thing. I think I absolutely agree with that. Where would you say is the biggest change for you in your life? Obviously, Andy's Man Club, as you said before, but where would you say also another change in the last few years where you thought, you know what, like I'm coming through this?
I think going back to the gym, like with Hokushinko, with like Mark Otson, he's a great bloke. But getting back into jiu-jitsu, I used to do that with Al Martin. We've done karate, we've done the MMA, just training, but getting back into that was hard for me. Going back down to the gym was hard for me. So getting back into that without Martin, going to the classes, doing my private, it's the biggest change to date, I think.
Yeah.
And obviously still being alive for my kids, realising that I'm not a burden to them. That, how do I say, they wouldn't be better off without us.
You're a great dad.
I'm not the best dad, I know that. I'm not the best husband, but I'm there every day, and I try. I really do.
You should be proud of yourself, Matt.
I try.
You should. My guy. No, I love that. Obviously, with you being in Andy's Man Club as well, you've helped a lot of people over the two and a bit years. Would you say? What's your favourite thing about Andy's Man Club?
The buzz. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna sound corny here. You get like, obviously when you help someone, like you get a little buzz inside, and it picks me up as well as them. So watching someone that's come in, that's really down and head down, ready to not be here anymore, to even walking out that door the first night with a smile on the face it's ultimate buzz, I should say. Yeah.
That's awesome. I really, really rate that. Obviously, with your story, there is a lot of what would you maybe call grief in there.
Yeah.
In terms of that sector of the mental health, how do you cope with? So obviously, we all have everyday shit. You know what I mean?
Aye.
But in terms of that sector, what are your coping mechanisms? Maybe for if someone is watching, going
stay
through.
busy.
Stay busy.
I think that's at the minute, obviously I've got the kids and my wife to focus on, but then my he got Parkinson's. Apparently, you can get Parkinson's from trauma. So when my old Martin died, it was another big bit of trauma for him, and we realised he had Parkinson's. So I'm sort of back and forth to there. I've doing my things at home. I'm doing jiu-jitsu and his Man Club, so I'm always got something going on. Yeah, I'm not still for long. If I am still, I'm asleep.
Well, we all need a rest, pal.
Oh, yes.
We all need a rest. No, absolutely. I love that. In terms of, like I said, obviously that's if someone is dealing with the grieving side of things. Obviously, we've gone through that. In terms of if someone was struggling day to day, what message would you maybe give them? Maybe from your experience, what would you tell them?
The hardest thing for someone to do is ask for help. Don't think it's a coward's way. Don't think it's anything. It's not. Asking for help is probably stronger than bottling it all up. it's it's the hardest thing to do, but once you've done it, you can start getting the help and getting someone back to how they should be.
Yeah.
Asking for help will give someone the dad back. It'll give someone the son back. It'll give someone the nephew back. So my thing is just ask for help. Whether it's a man or woman, there's a women's group that Mike started in Workington, Nick's Voice of Hope. So if it's a woman, get in contact with them on Facebook. If it's a man, get in contact with us. We're ready to help.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I read that. This is the first time I've asked this question. I've been just kind of thinking about it while we've been here. From the share your story point of view, I've had quite a good few messages in terms of people have reached out to say, you know what, that podcast really helped me. From that, I've actually sought help. How does that make you feel that you're on a video that could potentially be helping someone sharing your journey?
If it helps someone, wonderful, great.
Awesome.
I don't want to see people go through what I've been through, and I didn't just try and take my own life. That's leaving that house in the first place. You don't need to. There's always a way out. You know, like that's the last thing Harry heard out my mouth that night. Was that I was going to take my own life. I was going to make people's lives better. You shouldn't have heard that. No, don't do it. Just ask for help.
Yeah. You've come a long way, man.
It always gets us that.
But look how much time you spend with him now. You texted me the other day saying were you playing Lego with him or something?
Oh no, you got a bloody Lego car for Christmas,
really?
and I could have put my head through it while trying to build it. So Sarah's just finished it off there, and it's still a bit. We've done something wrong on it, and it's like,
make them,
burn it.
make them precious memories, mate. That's what it's all about, isn't it? He's a great kid.
He's
a cool guy, isn't he?
Aye.
He's a cool guy. Oh, bless him. That's absolutely awesome. If you don't mind, I'll just give a quick, massive shout out to Bounty Competitions for making this possible for us. They've agreed to be our main sponsor for the year and help make these things possible and help some people. So,
sound.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Couple of different questions this time. Obviously, like Andy's Man Club, we'll end it more on a high. What do you do for self-care?
Self-care, jiu-jitsu, I think. So jiu-jitsu, aye. That is my self-care. Obviously, with Dad, like I've realised over the past few months that like it's hard. Me and my wife haven't been spending quality time together. It's hard, and I feel shit for that. But my self-care, hopefully this year, will be spending time with her, even if it's just going for a walk or just that. But it's hard for me to balance it with. I think it's the ADHD.
Yeah.
It's sort of once you focus on something, you focus. It's like, so I've got that to sort out. I've got this to sort out, but I need to do my quality.
You also need to prioritise yourself. Do you know what I mean?
That will be like spending time with Sarah. Like it's probably the best time that I have. Like
she's a lovely woman.
Aye, she can be. No, she is. She is.
Aye, listen to who would you say is a better cook out of you two?
Me.
No, there was no hesitation. No hesitation. I'm going to insert, if you just look at the camera, I'm going to insert either like a chef's hat holding the pizza.
Aye, me.
Absolutely awesome. What is your favourite film and why?
Favourite film? I've got that many. I'm going to say Die Hard. It's just something Die Hard and Lethal Weapon, because it's something that I was always brought up on.
Oh, class.
Like, we watched that, like, it hasn't been Christmas this year because I haven't watched Die Hard at all. So it's like,
Yeah, you don't need the Polar Expressways.
Yeah. You don't need a Santa that, just put Die Hard on.
Yeah, you like what you like, don't you? Absolutely awesome. And if you could only have one sandwich for the rest of your life, it's got to be about food, hasn't it? What would it be?
All day breakfast.
Oof, what we talking, like sausage, bacon?
Sausage, bacon, egg, black pudding, bit of mushroom, onions, and loads of butter.
Oh.
Yes.
Cheers, pal. My mouth's watering.
Yeah.
No, that's absolutely awesome. I really, really rate that. Absolutely awesome. Thanks for coming on.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
You've been a star, mate. And I really do believe this podcast will help people. I feel like you put a lot out there, obviously, about your journey, but how you overcome it, and give a few messages to the people who are watching it, maybe advice that they could.
I hope it helps. If it helps one person, then it's a good thing.
That's awesome, man. Thank you very much for your time. Should we do it? It's okay to talk. You ready? 3, 2, 1. It's okay to talk.